What really happened between these beloved stars that forced Suk Kai to break his notorious silence? The truth behind the scandal that has millions of fans demanding answers and threatening to boycott an entire production company in what can only be described as one of the most explosive moments in recent Chinese entertainment history. Acclaimed actor Suk Kai has shattered his characteristic silence to deliver a blistering defense of his former co-star Tan Songyun, who has found herself at the center of a devastating scandal that threatens to destroy her carefully built reputation. The 29-year-old heartthrob, known for his roles in historical dramas that have captivated audiences across Asia, took to social media in an unprecedented move that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry and left millions of fans reeling from the implications of his words. The scandal, which erupted seemingly overnight, has positioned the innocent-looking Tan Songyun as an alleged homewrecker in a high-profile celebrity relationship, accusations that Suk Kai has now categorically labeled as complete and utter fabrications designed to destroy an innocent woman's career. But why would Suk Kai, who has meticulously avoided public controversies throughout his career, suddenly thrust himself into the middle of this career-threatening situation? Industry insiders are speculating wildly about the true nature of his relationship with Tan Songyun, with some suggesting that his passionate defense reveals feelings that go far deeper than simple professional courtesy. Others whisper about behind-the-scenes machinations, corporate vendettas, and jealous rivals who may have orchestrated this entire scandal to eliminate competition. What we know for certain is that Suk Kai's statement, posted in the early hours of yesterday morning Beijing time, has already garnered over 50 million views and counting, with the hashtag trending #1 across multiple social media platforms simultaneously. The actor's management team initially attempted to remove the post, sources claim, but Suk Kai himself overruled their decision, insisting that the truth needed to be heard regardless of potential damage to his own career prospects. The drama began approximately 3 weeks ago when anonymous sources leaked alleged evidence suggesting that Tan Songyun had been romantically involved with a prominent Chinese actor, who was already in a committed relationship with another entertainment industry figure. The allegations spread like wildfire across Chinese social media platforms, with netizens dissecting every past interaction between Tan Songyun and the unnamed actor, constructing elaborate timelines and presenting circumstantial evidence that seemed to paint a damning picture. Trending topics included variations of Tan Songyun third party, innocent face hiding true nature, and another celebrity homewrecker exposed, with some posts receiving hundreds of thousands of shares within hours. Marketing experts estimate that the negative publicity has already cost Tan Songyun at least 3 major endorsement deals worth tens of millions of yuan, with several brands hastily removing her image from advertising campaigns and issuing vague statements about reconsidering partnerships and conducting internal reviews. What makes this situation particularly explosive is the timing and the specific targeting involved. Tan Songyun, who has built her career on portraying sweet, innocent characters in romantic comedies and youth dramas, represents a particular archetype in Chinese entertainment that audiences have come to trust and adore. The 32-year-old actress has carefully cultivated an image as the girl next door, someone whose off-screen personality matches the wholesome characters she brings to life on television screens across the nation. Her most devoted fans, who number in the tens of millions, have fiercely defended her online, launching counterattacks against accusers and demanding concrete evidence, rather than anonymous rumors and circumstantial innuendo. However, the sheer volume of negative commentary, coupled with the coordinated nature of the attacks, suggests to many observers that this may be more than simple gossip or misunderstanding, but rather a calculated campaign designed to destroy her reputation at a critical juncture in her career. Enter Suk Kai, whose relationship with Tan Songyun has been the subject of fan speculation and shipping culture ever since they appeared together in a wildly successful romantic drama that captured hearts. Across Asia, the on-screen chemistry between the two actors was so palpable that many viewers refused to believe it was merely acting, insisting that genuine feelings must exist between them. Fan-created content pairing the two actors has generated billions of views online, with dedicated shipping communities analyzing every social media interaction, every public appearance, and every interview for clues about a potential real-life romance. However, both actors have consistently maintained that they are merely good friends and professional colleagues, with Suk Kai in particular known for keeping his personal life intensely private and refusing to discuss romantic relationships in interviews or public settings. The actor continued with specific rebuttals to the circulating rumors, providing alibis and explanations for encounters that anonymous accusers had twisted into evidence of impropriety. "I was present at several of the meetings and events that are being mischaracterized as secret rendezvous or inappropriate encounters," Suk Kai revealed, shocking observers by essentially making himself a witness in the scandal. "These were professional gatherings, often with numerous other people present, including managers, stylists, and other industry professionals. The idea that anything inappropriate occurred is not only false but absurd to anyone who is actually there and knows the true circumstances. The photographs being circulated online have been deliberately cropped, edited, and presented without proper context to create a false narrative that bears no resemblance to reality. Perhaps most controversially, Suk Kai directly addressed the anonymous sources and online commentators driving the scandal forward with a barely concealed fury that represents a stark departure from his typically measured public persona. To those who are spreading these lies, I want you to know that your actions have real consequences for real people, he wrote in a passage that has been quoted and analyzed endlessly across social media and entertainment news outlets. Tan Songyun is not a character in one of our dramas that you can freely criticize or discuss without thought for her humanity. She is a real person with feelings, with family members who are being hurt by these false accusations, with a career that she has built through years of hard work and dedication. When you share unverified rumors, when you pile on with hateful comments, when you participate in destroying someone's reputation based on anonymous tips and circumstantial nonsense, you become complicit in something truly evil. I hope you can live with that. The reaction to Suk Kai's statement has been nothing short of seismic, dividing Chinese social media into fiercely opposing camps and generating the kind of passionate discourse typically reserved for political events or major cultural moments. Within hours of the post going live, several hashtags related to Suk Kai's defense had accumulated over 1 billion views collectively, with celebrity commentators, entertainment journalists, and ordinary netizens all weighing in with opinions that range from effusive praise to skeptical criticism. Suk Kai is a real man who stands by his principles and protects those who cannot protect themselves, reads one typical comment that received over 300,000 likes. This is what true character looks like, not the fake personalities that so many celebrities present to the public. He knew this would be controversial and risky, but he did it anyway because it was the right thing to do. However, not everyone has interpreted Suk Kai's intervention in such heroic terms, with critics and skeptics raising questions about his motivations and the convenient timing of his dramatic defense. Why did Suk Kai wait 3 weeks to make this statement if the allegations are so clearly false? Asks one widely shared critique posted by an entertainment blogger with millions of followers. If he truly had alibis and evidence that could exonerate Tan Songyun, why allow her to suffer through weeks of public humiliation and professional damage before finally speaking up? Could it be that his team initially advised against involvement, but he's now been forced to intervene because the scandal is threatening projects they're both attached to? Or perhaps there's a different kind of relationship between them that he's trying to protect by controlling the narrative before more damaging information comes to light. These conspiracy theories and alternative interpretations have gained significant traction among certain segments of online communities, particularly those who remain convinced of Tan Songyun's guilt or who view celebrity culture with general cynicism and distrust. Some commentators have suggested that Suk Kai's statement is actually evidence of a romantic relationship between the two actors, arguing that only genuine romantic feelings would motivate such a risky public intervention. Others have proposed that both actors are being managed by the same publicity firm, which orchestrated the entire scandal and subsequent defense as an elaborate marketing scheme to generate publicity for an upcoming project or to raise both actors' profiles ahead of important career milestones. Attorney and entertainment law specialist Wang Jing explained in a detailed analysis published on a legal commentary platform that Chinese defamation law requires plaintiffs to prove not only that false statements were made, but also that these statements caused concrete harm and were made with knowledge of their falsity or with reckless disregard for the truth. In cases involving public figures like actors, the burden of proof becomes even more substantial, Wang noted in her analysis, which has been widely cited by media coverage of the scandal. The courts generally recognize that celebrities must accept a higher degree of public scrutiny and criticism than ordinary citizens, which means that allegations that might be considered defamatory when directed at a private individual may be deemed acceptable commentary when the target is a famous person. However, if Tan Songyun and her legal team can demonstrate that the allegations were fabricated with malicious intent and have caused measurable damage to her career and earning potential, they may well succeed in a defamation action. The financial stakes involved in this scandal extend far beyond potential legal judgments, with industry analysts estimating that the controversy has already cost Tan Songyun tens of millions of yuan in lost opportunities,